We must save America. We must. We have to. And America is in total jeopardy. We all see it. Our criminal justice system, problems with race, politics, culture, science, hideous conversations about gender. Everything is crazy right now, and we must work to save America. This is a true clarion call to everyone, and it wasn't always. Politicians have been throwing around Save America for a long time. I got to admit, it never really moved me.
I love my country, and I think my country is in danger. And I think the only man that can save America at this time is the man that's running for president on my ticket.
The erosion of our confidence in the future is threatening to destroy the social and the political fabric of America.
Some will say our mission is to save free enterprise. Well, I say we must free enterprise so that together we can save America.
All right. Hey, I love Nixon and Reagan. Carter? No. But why didn't it move me? And I wasn't alive for the Nixon speech, but it didn't move me because I didn't actually feel like we were at risk of losing. I had confidence in America. You did too, probably. Right now, with America turned against itself, my confidence is not what it used to be. Take a look at how we are falling apart, disintegrating, really. This is a heartbreaking video from Michigan. Law enforcement. When we grew up, you respected cops, right? Is it any surprise to anyone that children are acting like this?
Come and face that. Shut up. Why you pushing that little kid? It's a big donkey head. Shut the up. What's that? Don't look like this. You got to shut that. I'm frying his ass. His deep fried Oreo head ass. What you talking about? I said, Chappelle, I wanted them in a fry pan. They ass gonna burn.
It's just horrific and unthinkable. Not very long ago. Where did they get all that hate? Where do they start to resent cops? Democrats and mainstream media. This is the effect that hideous conversation had about race and law enforcement. We are disintegrating everywhere. I mean, did you see what happened in Philadelphia a couple of weeks ago? A man beaten to a pulp and killed by a 10-year-old and a 14-year-old. Girls and boys. It happened on the street. They were having fun while they were doing it. Two of the suspects have turned themselves in. And Black Lives Matter. It started in 2020. Actually, it started in 2012. But that hideous summer, and the mainstream media and Democrat politicians from the far left to the mainstream embraced all of this nonsense. And the results? Well, you saw those kids. And how about this? Smash and grab robberies, crime out of control everywhere you look, and a total denial of reality by so many. You know, for a while, you could not mention Antifa and their role in all of this stuff. Antifa is just an idea. Really, Antifa is just an idea. I've seen their websites. I've seen their umbrellas. I've seen their tactics. They've shut down courthouses, but no, it's just an idea. We've also been told that January 6th is the worst thing that happened since Pearl Harbor and 9/11 combined, right? This is not the sign of a healthy society. Big O, I cut him a lot of slack. The door was open, he walked in, and he's paying an enormous price for that day. So many are. The political prisoners. What kind of country takes political prisoners? Not America, but it's actually happening right now. And we have a president who jokes about it. Jokes about putting his political opponents in prison.
You often get asked, look, the Republicans don't play it square. Why do you play it square?
Yeah.
Well, guess what? If we do the same thing they do, our democracy will literally be in jeopardy.
Well,
I mean,
yeah.
Not a joke. And
I understand that argument, but also it's like you're playing Monopoly with somebody who, you know, won't pass go and won't follow any of the rules. And how do you ever make any progress if they're not following the rules?
you got to send them to jail.
That's why our democracy is in jeopardy, sending them to jail. Political opponents, political enemies in jail. You know, if he wanted to unify this country on January 21st, after he made that solemn pledge, his whole soul was in it, to unify us, he could have gone to that jail and made arrangements for them to be let go. What else? We lost a war. We lost Afghanistan. We have to save this country. We cannot afford any more defeats like this. This damaged us so severely. We could be feeling the effects of that for 50, 100 years. And what are Joe Biden's business arrangements in China and Russia? The full extent of what Hunter has been up to, we don't know. We don't have a clue. All right. What else is wrong? Our culture that insists that you should be high. Why do we legalize marijuana without a full and honest conversation about what it can do to people? It can make you lame and lazy and want to just stay in bed all day and watching Netflix. Is that part of the equation? Do they want us lame and lazy and checked out? I think they do. I really think they do. You know, who's done so much damage to us as a culture? I'm sure she's a nice person. Kim Kardashian and her family. I get it. She's, well, she's not my type. I don't know what to tell you here. She can't sing. She can't dance. She can't act. Quite frankly, her weight fluctuates more than Oprah's. And she has how many followers on Instagram? Yeah, what is the point? And the horrible thing is, it inspires so many women and girls to be like her. Do nothing, be semi-pretty, take a picture of yourself, and somehow you're going to be a billionaire. I don't get it. I really don't. Our culture is suffering. We must save America. And what if you happen to be a white woman who dares stick up for herself in some situation, and you say the wrong thing, or somebody thinks you looked at them the wrong way, and you can lose everything and be called it's a beautiful name, Karen, but now it's synonymous with a racist, entitled person. So unfair. We have to save this country. And you know what? Gay Pride Month, it went way too far. It was just totally overboard. It's to the point that if you are not gay, you are feeling like somehow you are left out, somehow you are not cool, somehow you don't have something to offer. You know what really jumped the shark? When the churches got involved. When churches started hanging gay pride banners outside for who the hell knows what reason. That's cool. That's accepted. Yet Donald Trump with a Bible in front of a church. This was considered an abomination by our country, by our culture. We are in trouble, and this country must be saved. And when did America become enamored with unelected, power-hungry bureaucrats like Dr. Fauci? You know, remember when he became like the stud and so popular and so... What was that about? When did America become so, I think the word is obsequious, all right? So eager to be deferential to this guy with an opinion. Finally, the hideous conversation that's taking place about sexuality and gender in America. I'm sorry, but Leah Thomas, the idea that if you spoke out against Leah Thomas competing in women's sports, especially if you were one of the swimmers, female swimmers at the University of Pennsylvania, that somehow you might be kicked off the team or pay some sort of social price. We have to save this country. We have to stop with the drag queens going into schools and talking to kids. We must save this country. Sound good? I think it sounds good. It's worth saving. I know where I'm actually going to start. I've actually already started. This is a sex shop in Bellingham, Washington. The woman there, Jen Mason, owns the shop. She's also on the school board of the public schools. And she has a grand idea. Yeah, they got sex toys and lingerie and whatnot. That's fine. Adults only. Well, it should be adults only. Look at this. In a couple of weeks, they're going to have a special session, the Uncringe Academy, to talk about sex with 9 to 12-year-olds and 13 to 18-year-olds, also known mostly as children. Children in the sex shop talking about who knows what. Just being in that shop is inappropriate, probably illegal for a child. so I made a phone call today.
This is the Bellingham Police Anonymous Tip Line. If you are reporting an in-progress crime or require immediate police assistance, please hang up and call 911. If you are reporting a tip or suspicious activity, leave a message.
Please leave a message at the tone. When finished, you may hang up or press pound for additional options.
Hey, hello. So you got somebody named Jen Mason who's on the school board there. She's got a sex shop called the Wink Wink Shop, and that's fine, but she's going to have a bunch of kids in there for some sort of crazy freak sexual awareness thing. You know, everything's okay once you're 18, but this is expressly for children ages like 11, 12, and 13. I think that's a big problem. If you want, I can give you more information. Give me a call at... My name is Greg, and the Wink Wink Shop is having a crazy, inappropriate, probably illegal sex instruction for little kids, and totally wrong. Call me back. Thank you. I have a feeling they're actually going to get back to me. Look, you got to start somewhere if we're going to save America. All right, so I made that call today, but Josh Hawley, Republican of Missouri in the United States Senate, watch what happened with him. They were having a discussion about abortion and other matters regarding gender. And look at this.
Professor Bridges, you said several times, you've used a phrase, I want to make sure I understand what you mean by it. You've referred to people with a capacity for pregnancy. Would that be women?
Many women, cis women, have the capacity for pregnancy. Many cis women do not have the capacity for pregnancy. There are also trans men who are capable of pregnancy, as well as non-binary people who are capable of pregnancy.
So this isn't really a women's rights issue.
We can recognize that this impacts women while also recognizing that it impacts other groups. Those things are not mutually exclusive, Senator Hawley.
Oh, so your view is that the core of this right then is about what?
So I want to recognize that your line of questioning is transphobic, and it opens up trans people to violence by not recognizing them.
Wow, you're saying that I'm opening up people to violence by asking whether or not women are the folks who can have pregnancies?
So I want to note that 1 out of 5 transgender persons have attempted suicide. So I think it's important.
Because of my line of questioning? So we can't talk about it?
Because denying that trans people exist and pretending not to know that they exist.
I'm denying that trans people exist by asking you if you're talking about women having pregnancies?
Do you believe that men can get pregnant?
No, I don't think women can get
So you are
pregnant.
denying that trans people exist?
And that leads to violence? Is this how you run your classroom? Are students allowed to question you?
Absolutely.
Or are they also treated like this, where
No,
they're told
allowed
that they're
to question.
opening up people to violence?
We have a good
by
time in my
questioning?
class. You should join.
Oh, I bet.
You might learn a lot.
Wow, I would learn a lot. I've learned a lot just in this exchange.
Absolutely.
Extraordinary.
Good for Senator Hawley. I'm feeling more confident, actually, about saving America. Aren't you?